final review on my Louis Vuitton Speedy 30. I know I did a review before, but that was initial review, just showing you the specs of the bag. If you want to see that, I'll definitely link that video to this one. But this is going to be my final review of this bag, and this is going to be letting you guys know why this is not my everyday bag, and it will never be my everyday bag. But I'm just going to basically tell you guys my experience with this bag after having it for a good amount of time. I think I've had it since April, and it is now August. So I'm going to tell you guys my final thoughts. So definitely starting off by saying, yeah, I love the bag. It's still, you know, my favorite bag in my wardrobe. And another thing I want to say is, I know in my initial review I mentioned that I wanted to buy a shaper for the bottom of this bag, but once I have it, or now that I've had it, I don't want a shaper. I actually like the fact that it creates its own shape. I'm actually looking forward to the day I've worn it enough that it starts to look more worn, and when the bottom starts to sag. The bottom hasn't really started to sag yet because I don't wear it enough, and I'll tell you why. Okay, the first problem with this bag is the inside. It doesn't show up how dark it is on the inside. Even though it's red, it's extremely dark. Like, once you place all your stuff in here and you go out, if you ever have to look for anything, you're not going to find it. The only thing you can find is your wallet. If you put in any small item in this bag without putting it in another bag, or without putting it in your wallet, or without putting it in something, you're absolutely not going to find it, like, ever. I went on the metro, okay? I had my metro card, my metro pass, and I knew that this bag was big, and I knew that it's like a bottomless pit, and I knew that it's extremely hard to find stuff in it. So I always made sure to either put my metro pass in my wallet or I put it in my pocket. I made the mistake of just throwing it down in my bag. I don't know if I forgot or what happened, and I threw it down in my bag. And I got off the metro and I was on my way, leaving out of the metro station, about to go home. Got off the metro, got to the point where you have to, you know, slide your card, and couldn't find it. I literally took out every item out of my bag, couldn't find it. I had my friend look in my bag and help me look for it, couldn't find it. 2 people looked in this bag trying to look for a metro card, could not find it. And the card is like the size of a business card. Could not find it. It wasn't in the pocket, it was just laying down at the bottom. But I'm telling you, we could not find the card. I swore that I had lost the card. I swore something had happened to the card. But somehow it was in this bag and I could not find it. So it's definitely a bottomless pit, and it's definitely big. This is, like I said, the Speedy 30. And I definitely could have done with the Speedy 25 because it's just a big bag, and it's just a big bottomless pit bag with basically no pockets, so everything just gets lost, and it just looks so dark in this bag. I don't know why, but it just does. So for that reason, this bag is difficult. Number 2 reason why this bag is difficult, it's a handheld bag, meaning you have to hold the bag like this, or you have to hold the bag like this. There's no putting this over your shoulder. Therefore, this bag gets in the way. Like, it's impossible to go shopping with this bag if you want to have the freedom of your hands, if you want to be able to hold things, if you want to be able to hold clothes or push a cart or anything without, you know, leaving your bag or putting it down somewhere. This bag makes it difficult because you can't walk around shopping holding a bag like this. You can't do that because you need your hands. When you hold a bag like this, it gets in the way, you know. The racks in most stores are pretty close together, and you don't want to walk around like this and be getting in people's way. You want to have your bag over your shoulder, close to you, and you can squeeze through areas, you can squeeze through people. With this bag, there's no squeezing through anyone. And then this is also a bag where I feel like sometimes I just have to think about it too much. An everyday bag you don't have to think about. Everyday bag, you put your stuff in it, you pick it up and you go. But with this bag, I have to think, where am I going? Do I need the use of my hands? Or sometimes I might feel like, well, what if it gets stolen, or what if I forget it somewhere? You know, I'm just more conscious of it when I have it because it's not $30, and if I lost it, I'd be extremely scared. And I remember when I was going out of town in Chicago, I wanted to bring it with me so badly, but I knew that carrying this around the airport would have been a hassle because I don't need a handheld bag when I have luggages to carry around. So I knew I couldn't carry it, and then I also didn't want to put it in my luggage because I was like, what if I lose my luggage? I'll lose my bag as well. So it's just one of those bags you have to think about because number one, it costs a lot of money. Number two, it gets in the way. Number three, it's like a bottomless pit where you can never find anything in it. But along with all those things, I still am in love with it. I still think it's my baby. I'm still looking at it and get excited, and I'm still looking forward to my next bag. I just know my next bag is definitely going to be an over-the-shoulder bag because I need something that's a little easier to deal with and something that I can wear when I go shopping, or just something where I can have the freedom of having my hands available, not having something on my arm or not having something in my hands when I'm walking around. But like I said, this is a classic bag and I still love it to death, and it's still my baby, but it's not my everyday bag. I literally can count on my fingers the amount of times I've used this bag. I remember when I first bought it, I maybe used it for the first 2 to 3 weeks, and then after that I pretty much probably only use it once every 2 weeks, if that, maybe once a month. So that's my final review. And so like I said, if you're looking to get an everyday bag from Louis Vuitton, this might not be the one for you, but it's still a bag that I think that is worth it, and I would still go back and get that same bag. I just know that now I want another one. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching my final review.